Memphis, he was celebrating Seminole Heritage Week, looking at the traditions and the history of the Seminole tribe, the namesake, of course, of the school. One of the most famous moments in sports is when Chief Osceola plants the spear. That honor tonight went to chairman of the Seminole tribe, Marcellus Osceola Jr., the first time doing so. Down to Hollywood, wanted to stop and watch. Spear being passed off. Of course, Osceola usually does that honor, but Marcellus Osceola Jr. heading the honor tonight. Turquoise, the color throughout the Native American communities. And Deuce Spahn, deep for FSU.
Tonight when Jordan Travis tries to run, and up front they've got a great defensive line.
On second down, Lawrence Toafili gets around the right corner and barrels for a first down out near the 38. Toafili and Trey Benson, a great one to try to defend Bell. Tight ends hurt them, you recall, in the Notre Dame game. Travis on the move, flips it short. That's Bell, and he is going to be brought down a yard short of the marker.
Well, you and I have looks to try to keep Florida State guessing, a little hesitant.
They're very tough on third down. Travis backpedals. It's a screen. And Toafili lowers the head. He's going to be stopped just short of the first down. Chandler Rivers, the corner, collided with him, and now early decision for Norvell.
That was a corner. That was a corner that came up and hit him like that.
Small corner.
Not a safety, but an undersized corner that came up with a chip on his shoulder.
And on the quick attempt to get the first down, I don't think they did. Travis up under center. They're not doing that very often. And Duke lined up quickly, and they stopped him short.
And they barely lined up quickly. I think they were caught off guard a bit. And I think, oh, this is a huge stop by Duke. It's what I think they really caught him off guard because they barely got lined up. And, you know, he tries to work the middle, then he bounces outside, and by then he's a little bit too late. Look how Duke's adjusting, Chris. Look in the middle. They just get lined up. He runs into one of his own linemen because the push, the surge by Duke.
Anthony Nelson. We'll see if they do call runs. We'll see if Leonard feels like taking off and scrambling. It'll be a key on how that ankle is feeling. There's a throw underneath, and Calhoun fighting for first down yardage. They'll move the sticks at the 43 of Florida State. Kalen DeLay. Jaquez Moore in the backfield now on 2nd and 10. He's got the football, tries to bounce it to the edge, gets around the corner. Cypress couldn't corral him. Down the sidelines, running toward the pylon. Touchdown, Duke! 42-yard strike. The defense comes up huge on fourth down. The offense draws first blood.
Well, let's make sure he got in. What a great run. We said you'd see a few different backs. A good effort to try to bring him down. But how about him stretch to get to the end zone by Moore? But this started way back. Here's the progressive pylon cam. Right foot stays in, left, right arm. 36-yard line just got stopped. Now they're in a shotgun with Travis.
It's Bell in motion, and Benson is not going to get there. This Duke defense rises up. Wesley Williams off the end, back-to-back 4th and 1 stops.
I'm telling you guys, this Duke team, this defense is very underrated. Look at them anticipating. Great job of shooting gaps, staying low, getting in there again. 2nd time in a row, 4th down and short. The defensive line is able to get a push, get into the backfield.
But he's 6 of 10. Been inconsistent. This to build the lead to 10. And rock solid there. Polino drives it right through. Duke's defense sets up the offense in great position. They come away with 3, 10-zip midway first.
Team settle down here tonight.
It's one of those times right now, isn't it, Holly? He seems well equipped for the job. From the pocket, delivers a short pass, and trying to make a catch is Marqueston Douglas. He used all sides of his body to collect that football.
I thought that
tight ends here at Florida State. Good for a first down. Play fake on first down, and he finds big tall Johnny Wilson, and 4 Blue Devils wrestle him down, but another first down across the 35.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jordan Travis to be more patient and have to check down.
Empty backfield and 3rd and 3 slant. Catch made, and Norvell will avoid another one of those fourth down decisions as Douglas gets the first down. I was wondering, messed up play creates a 3rd and 11. Duke rushes 4. Travis back pedals and delivers a low throw. Caught for a first down. Wilson going down low. Big man. So 2nd and 20. Keziah Holmes is the back. Travis took a peek out of the backfield, delivers over the middle, and the catch is made. And Morlock breaks a tackle. Big tight end barrels for a first down. Those guys are going to be busy. Bell motions across. Travis delivers wide open. Bell in the middle. 1st and goal for Florida State. The tight ends continue to really. They need to regroup. Holmes in the flat. Lowers his shoulder and dives for a touchdown as Florida State strikes back.
That's 14 and 4. These guys want to catch balls. They don't want to block. Look at that effort. They're burying defenders. You leave one guy there, and the back's got to beat him. If you're a great back in the ACC, you're going to win that battle. But really impressed with Johnny Wilson.
37% coming into this. From the end zone, Travis has time, patiently steps up, delivers in traffic on the carom. It's intercepted by Chandler Rivers, who takes it for a touchdown. Duke's defense strikes again. And that was a force.
With this away. So he's locked in, right? He's made so many good throws. Look at him. He looks like he's open, and that gets taken away. He's pump fakes. Now he's got to work to the outside, forces the ball, and there's the interception.
Rivers, excellent corner, sophomore out of Texas, gives Duke 10-point lead again.
Especially with an ailing quarterback and Riley Leonard.
Spahn from the 1, whose coverage has been strong so far tonight, but he breaks free. Deuce Spahn in a foot race. They'll never catch him. And the Noles special teams strike back quickly. 99 yards. On paper, you figured the Noles, Kirk, would have an edge in special teams. It didn't play out earlier.
When you watch this wall that's in front of him, this wedge, look at a couple of those guys. They hit each other, they go down, and then it's just he hit a crease and see you later.
Big, long, striding 6'4" dude out of St. Petersburg.
That's how special teams work, you know, and sometimes a guy falls down.
They've managed to create 17 points on 12 offensive plays, and here's more busted outside, and the ground game has been really effective so far. 15 moves the noise as loud as it's been tonight. 2nd and 15. 4-man rush. Leonard steps up and delivers across the middle, and the catch is made by Moore, and Jordan Moore has a first down in FSU territory. Here come after him again. And they bring pressure again. And Leonard launches. Diving interception. Threw into double coverage, and Shaheem Brown, the Buck defensive back, with the first takeaway for the Noles tonight.
He gave him a big cushion, and then he works to the inside, forcing him to work back out. And then he just gets his head turned around at the top of the route. Just in case that ball's in the air, he's out there on an island. Look at the length to be able to pull that ball in at 6'2".
Slot left, Rodney Hill is the back. Bell motions across. And 1st and 15, a quick throw, sidelines. Wilson just goes up, says, I'll take that football. So many contested catches for the big man. He got in front of Blades there.
Moore coming over.
And 2nd and 2. Long throw. Finally, Keon Coleman gets a touch. And the All-American type receiver takes it down inside the Duke 20.
Has him in a condensed formation, and Al Blades just doesn't stay with him on the backside. Man-to-man, he's got to go all the way across. See 7 back there? Look how far he has to go to stay up with him. So they cleared it out again on the play side and opened it up for 4.
Pick out 30 yards, and now Hill running downhill. He'd been trying to and PATs from 32 yards, trying to make it 8 for 8 and tie up the football game. I saw the analytics there. It said maybe go for it on 4th and 4. Now, Norvell says, I've seen enough of the analytics in this defense. I'll take the 3 and tie it up midway second. Told the coaches he wanted to go. Trust me, I can do it. Holding up so far. 3rd and 6. Moore bursts through a big hole. Cuts back and wrestled down finally by Green, but Jacquez Moore loose again. Took the defensive timeout. This is 2nd and 8. Knowles are crowding the line. It's Waters who sees that, just reverses the field and lowers his shoulder, delivers a blow. 1st and goal at the 6.
They brought that blitz.
Knowles are very good at blocking kicks. Lino gets this one up and over the wall, and it is a 20-17 Blue Devil lead.
And again, I think we see coaches near the end of the
season on the line here in the second half, 20-17. Second down, Moore bursts into Knowles territory. 1st down, fresh legs. It was his first carry tonight. Still in there. They fake it to him. Leonard takes a look back and throws a low ball. It's complete. It's the tight end Hass in field goal range, been thinking more. Knowles crowd the line. They bring 5 and they get after him and knock him down. Braden Fisk, a flag came out. Leonard's helmet ripped off and he is now really limping heavily.
One matchup to the left.
Beelan will look to throw. Pressure closing in, launches to the end zone, incomplete. He had Calhoun running free along the end line, but overled him as the rush was closing in.
And man-to-man, because the defender follows him. Now you're going to work all the way over from the backside. The line protects. A little bit more air, and that's maybe a touchdown. So he waited as long as he could. Just didn't get quite enough air under that.
Travis delivers far side, and catch is made by Bell. Blue Devils on 3rd and 8. They're showing pressure, and they bring it. Travis steps up, and there's another 1st down catch. Akeem Williams, the young freshman, found a little fake it to him. Travis back pedals and fires high, and going up making a catch is Johnny Wilson. Another contested catch that was in front of Rivers.
Radius by the 6'7" receiver goes up. Strong hands. Rivers is trailing him there in man coverage, and he comes down with it.
He came down on the receiver, and Wilson is
their own 4.
And they'll keep the drive going because Bell makes the catch on the edge, and he'll pick up 2 catches a game coming in. 8 tonight. Travis keeps it, gets around the edge. Bunch of blocks downfield. Benson and others helping out the quarterback, and that's his best run of drive. Bell's in the backfield. Duke shuffling around. It's a keeper all the way. Travis turns the corner and scores. And the quarterback puts FSU on top for the first time to cap.
Ball snapped. Watch Travis. He wants to go in, bounces it outside, and gets behind Big Bell with 240 pounds for the touchdown.
Now Duke will have to fight from behind, apparently without their starting team in these years.
From himself.
Right. So it is Henry Beelan, which will now have to spark a comeback here, and they're all over the running game. Jacquez Moore dropped by Fabian Lovett for a 4-yard loss.
Remember, this offensive line has been pretty effective night rushing a quarterback. I mean, 94, Oben off the edge.
Bell was split far to the right. Daniels was looking that direction. Now throws down the seam. team, and Coleman comes up with it. A flag comes, justifies the faith of the quarterback. Toafili, they fake it to him. Travis fools the defense, keeps it around the right side. All of a sudden, Kirk, number 13 as a runner has emerged. Coleman comes in motion. Travis retreats. It's a screen. Toafili. Toafili, touchdown. And this versatile, dangerous offense loaded with playmakers. Eventually, Kurt wearing down this tough Duke defense. And the Noles stretch the lead to 10.
And when you start dialing up pressure, you start giving yourself to be a bit vulnerable in the screen game. Look at the linemen get out in front. How about 75, Keandre Jones, the big tight end, 85.
Travis is a runner and a high percentage passer, leading the Noles to an 11-point lead. 8:23 to play.
And Riley Leonard, when he goes out, there's going to obviously be a big drop-off.
Try to run for it and drop for a loss as Jaquez Moore. Tatum, Bethune anticipated the tailback was going to get the football, and he wasn't having it. And now it's 4th down.
They don't even know if quarterback's on the field. They are all about taking the numbers to that running back.
How about trying to play with tempo with the young quarterback in there, trying to throw for it, and it's broken up. Reaching back was Renardo Green, and the Noles get a stop, and they are closing in.
Behind Florida State, and they're going to, obviously, a lot of people will probably second guess that decision.
Hill driving forward with a lot of help from those guarded offensive linemen, and they push the pile down inside the red zone for a 1st down.
This is where it takes a toll. I mean, they were as consistent a brand as we've seen.
Haven't been the bar in this conference.
No.
Until now. Hill just burst through a beaten down Duke defense, and the Noles pouring it on, and they are going to be standing alone atop the ACC standings as the only undefeated team.
I'll tell you the thing that's going to stand out if you're going to play this Florida State team is you better play them for 60 minutes. You each there initially, boom, helps the tight end get in position, and then he climbs up to that 2nd level. And that's outstanding. This offensive line, they got experience and they've got depth. They play 7, sometimes 8 guys. Again, the next phase of trying to make this a magical season all the way to the finish line. It's tough to do.
And off to Coleman. He breaks free out near midfield. Noles will hit the road for the next 2, and perhaps
no one thinking about them. And then they lose tonight to Virginia.
Jordan Travis finishes with 268 passing and a couple of touchdowns. Ran for a touchdown along with 62 yards. Riley Leonard tried. When he left, his team was up. But after he couldn't go anymore, he couldn't convince his coach he could go, Florida State just took over from there. That 96-yard touchdown march really began to turn the tide. They added a couple of more touchdowns late and win it.